Alright, we got a new launch trailer for The Edge of Fate. As a whole, not too crazy, but there's a couple things in it that are cool, so let's go over it. It's a bit loud. I don't know why it's so loud. So it definitely appears different timeline entirely, which I guess we already knew by every definition. Train just drives by. Drive by.
Kepler, you've never been there, and you know every inch of it.
How do we know every
It's
inch?
the farthest either of us have been from home, in distance or in time. You're gonna get a call, an invitation only you can answer, and you'll say yes. They arranged it so you would never say no. Choice is real. And every choice you make will lead you here. To who you're supposed to be. Eyes up, weapon.
Alright, so as a whole, it definitely appears, this is the guy I'm assuming that we see in the thing. We know he's from a different zone or timeline or something. We weren't really sure. So it appears he's an Earthling, but he's part of a different time, which we knew that those guys that are living there were there. But as far as I can tell, this guy is someone else completely different. Because the people that were on Kepler that stayed are from pre-collapse of, for the lore and stuff, pre-collapse of the human race. So, but this is old as fuck looking. This looks like the 80s or 70s or something. Like, this is really early. So, I don't know what's going on here. And this looks like the guy that's talking and stuff constantly. And the guy we meet and stuff throughout the campaign that they showed a little bit on. It looks like him, so what? I don't understand exactly. So I was under the impression he was from a completely different place entirely, like a different solar system or something. But this makes it appear like he is from Earth, just a completely different timeline. Or at least way before the Traveler came. Either way before the Traveler came, or a completely different timeline entirely. So, I don't know. They also call it weapon at the end instead of like eyes up guardian, it's eyes up weapon, and I don't know if he's the weapon or we're the weapon because the guardians are the weapons technically. I'm not exactly sure what that's referencing, but this is interesting. I don't know what it means lore wise or what it is, but I don't know if he just got pulled through time by the Nine, or this is a different reality that the Nine pulled him through or something, or maybe the collapse calls something. I don't know. A lot of confusion here though. But it is still interesting. We see a train, which we've known about, which we don't know what the fuck this is about. What's about the train, bro? Why is the train everywhere? I don't get it. I don't get it. It looks like it's the tower we're taking off from. So yeah, it's just the cutscene in the beginning, probably to go to Kepler. Makes sense.
You've never been.
This is, I'm guessing, one of the research facilities that were built on the planet. Looks old, which makes sense, but well, these guys still live here, right? So why does this look so unmaintained? I like the human race's number one thing is make everything look fancy. So, even when we travel, so look at the plague looking stuff. Reminds me of the Flood, dude, honestly. This all reminds me of the Flood, so I'm kind of secretly hoping we're going to have some new enemy race show up eventually. Maybe not in this one, but eventually. And they'll be infected with this dark matter, and it'll be a completely different race. It won't be any of the races we have currently infected with it. It'll be like actually a brand new race entirely. That'd be kind of cool, because this kind of does give me the Flood vibes.
And you know every inch of it. Either of us, in distance or...
We have more look at this thing. We've seen this before in the cutscene. This is like the guy in charge, we think, of the Fallen. And it's some sort of gun he's got, which looks sick. It's also Strand related, so... It looks sick, though, either way. It's a dope looking gun. Hopefully we get it.
Only you
Nothing too crazy, just stuff we've already seen
They
basically.
arranged it so you would never
Like
say
this
no.
thing, you know, the mirror seems to be some sort of mirror dimension or something while we're on the train. So I don't know what that's about. It's trippy.
Choice
Um,
you make.
this is literally ripped away from flippin' Destiny Rising. I'm 99% sure there was an exact place on Destiny Rising when I did the alpha. There was a place that looked just like this. This was 100% ripped off Destiny Rising, without a doubt. It's slightly different, but it looks almost identical. Which I guess Bungie has the right to, because they still own the right over there. Then they still get to use their assets, which we know. So, but I see a lot of ripped off there.
To who you're
Something I did just notice though. Hold up.
will lead you here.
Falls from up high. It looks like. Oh yeah, it's just a strand melee. I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh.
Who
Oops.
you're supposed to be.
Not good. This is something cool. So this is the teleporting new Scorch Cannon, but it's for teleporting around and stuff, so you can get through stuff. It activates teleporters and stuff. This actually does damage, which surprises me because it literally just sounded like a worse version of the Scorch Cannon. So it actually can do damage. I don't know if it does any effects or anything crazy. Just looks like it explodes things. This we'll talk about though. This has to be the raid entrance, which is kind of crazy. We're getting to see this. But this has to be the raid entrance. It's a 6-man activity. It looks insanely cool. Like, this is a cool as fuck looking place. It's definitely 9 themed and stuff. They got the ribbons and stuff, and then they have like the crystals of the pyramid ship. A bunch of the stuff's on the pyramid ships and stuff, these crystals, so that's kind of interesting. So I'm assuming this is the raid, or this could be a 6-player activity, but from what they said today on the live stream, it made it sound like there is going to be a destination activity, but it's on the destination. It doesn't sound like it's a 6-player activity style thing. It sounds like it's a 3-player thing. So at least personally, that's how I kind of got the vibe up. I could be wrong, but still. So I'm assuming at the moment this is the raid. And if this is sick. If this isn't the raid, it still looks sick. I don't even care. But to me, this is definitely a raid themed. And my guess is we're going to go up here. We're going to have to clear ads and stuff. And then there'll be that back there is either a doorway or just cosmetics. And we'll have to go down. Sort of like prophecy, since it's called the Year of Prophecy. It's going to be like a giant prophecy thing, sort of. So basically, we're going to clear all the ads out, fight our way here, do some mechanic. Door or portal will open up either back here on the ground we fall into or go into. Equals next area. I doubt it'll be simple, but at the same time, if the raid is straight down, I could already see people fighting some sort of glitch on the map that Bungie forgot to patch, and you could fall all the way down to the final boss if it is literally a spire going straight down. I could definitely see that happening, potentially. So, hopefully Bungie took care of that if it is a spire of some sort. I also think, though, it's more than likely just going to teleport us around the map all over the place. I don't even know where we'll end up being. So, but it looks cool. I mean, this is just the first area, and it looks this crazy. This is honestly a beautiful scenery. So, kind of happy about this. I'm assuming it'll probably be Fallen, which I kind of don't like. I don't mind Fallen raids. They're not like they're a problem or anything. It's just this type of space looks like something new and eccentric and crazy. I feel like it should have a completely new race of enemies. That's just my opinion. It should be something completely different and new and unique. But as a whole, that's about it. There's nothing really crazy. We always see him pick up the phone here. My guy says he picks it up, it gets teleported. Or transported. That's what happens. So other than that, there's nothing crazy about this cutscene. Or, well, it might as well be a cutscene. But this trailer, it's nothing too crazy. It's basically everything we've already seen, just different angles and stuff. And then a couple cool things. Potentially the raid entrance, so. As a whole, I'm still not 100% like, oh, this is the best DLC ever type thing. Like a lot of people seem to be hyped for it, and a lot of people seem to agree with me at the same time. It doesn't seem to be that crazy. This raid might be actually the craziest part, and honestly, that will be depressing, but hey, I don't care. I like raids, so if it is really good, I'll be happy at least.
Eyes up, weapon.
So that's where he says eyes up weapons, which is really
Eyes up,
confusing.
weapon.
Yeah, he says eyes up weapon, which I'd assume would be the Guardian. We're the weapon, but at the same time, you never know. So this is Bungie after all. But yeah, as a whole, that's the trailer, the launch, or the official launch trailer. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy, but there's some cool stuff in it, so it's okay. We'll take it. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment what you think. Thanks for watching. Adios, we on.